exhibition park, the real life fun of harness racing.
Here they come.
An exhibition park.
Welcome to another episode of the History of EPR. My name is Scott Bernard. We're going to be doing EPR Jeopardy once again. We have the returning champion, Peter Ryan, coming up right here. Hey, Peter, how you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good. And we have the challenger today, Tim Merzetti. Hey, Tim, how you doing?
What's going on, boys?
No, not much, Tim. All ready to go.
Yes, sir.
So I'll tell you a backstory on what I did here. I actually went through Telegraph Journal because I know Tim's like an 80s, early 90s guy, and also with Peter. Well, Peter knows everything. So the way that these questions work, they are between they're between 1989 and 1994, 1995. So I think you might have a better shot this time, Tim, because it's around your
slog for me, but I'll try.
I think that was kind of our both. The time work, the time era works for both of us.
It's our wheelhouse for sure.
That is our wheelhouse, yeah.
And it's actually interesting when I was doing the research, like 89 to like 93, they actually like covered it. By the time I got to 94, 95, there was hardly anything in the Telegraph Journal about EPR. Like it was like, usually if I go like for 1 year, it'd be like 17, 18 pages. By the time I got to 94, it was like 5 or 6. I couldn't believe it. There was like, I mean, it was going from January and then it'd be April and like June and August. It was crazy.
Scott, before we get started, I just want to say my condolences to Aubrey and his family in the loss of Bev. That's a terrible, terrible loss.
Very sad.
Nice girl. Timmy, you knew Bev, didn't you?
Oh yeah, when she was with Wayne and
she was a really nice girl and really funny and a good horsewoman.
Super nice girl.
That's a huge loss for everybody involved. It's terrible.
It sure is.
Yeah.
There should be something at the first of the podcast I want to put up for her. So it is too bad. I was talking to Aubrey on Friday for a few minutes. So he's pushing through there, but it's a bad loss.
Mama Jama.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip a coin. So because Peter's a returning champion, he can pick heads or tails.
Tails.
Right. And it is heads. So Tim gets the first pick. So let's bring up the screen here. And there we are. Oh, we got it here? Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. Should have played. So as you see in a second, we have a lot more. It's a little bigger this time. Oh. So let me. Okay, I got my thing here. All right, so Tim, you can start up there when you're ready.
Alrighty, let's go drivers for 100.
This driver had 260 wins in 1989 to win Driver of the Year.
Who is Steve Mahar?
You are correct. All right. So, Peter, your turn.
Let's try big races for 200.
This horse was driven by Gordy Hennessy. It's driven by Gordy Hennessy, won the final of the 1994 Autumn Gold Series. And give me a second, I can get my answers up too. Because I did write the answers down this time, by the way. So,
okay.
But you tell me what you think, and I'll let you know if you're correct or not.
1995. I'll say Chatham Light.
You are correct. That is correct. All right. So, Tim, your go.
Drivers for 200.
This driver won his 1,000th win. This driver won his 1,000th win in 1996 with Blue Eyed Blonde.
Blue Eyed Blonde. I believe that was Greg Brown's horse. John Davidson?
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Peter?
Traits.
Incorrect also. Gilberto.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow, I thought he had 1,000 before 1986.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what it said in the paper too, guys. So, I mean, it's possible that it could be wrong, but from what I read, that's what it put in the paper. That was his 1,000th win. But again,
96. I guess that's 20, 30 years ago. Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah.
God, we're old, Tim.
I know.
All right. So, is it Peter's turn?
Okay. Horses for 300.
This horse had the fastest trip in 1992 at 1:57.
Oh, Angel Shadow?
Nope. Incorrect.
92. 1992.
Yeah, that was way off.
That's at EPR, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All of it's at EPR. Everything's at EPR. Yeah.
So the fastest mile in 1992 at EPR was 157 flat.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yep. And the horse that did it.
Wow. I don't know. I haven't got a guess.
Okay.
I'm blank.
It is Big Bucks Bomber.
Oh,
Sandra Foley.
Sandra Foley, yeah.
And it's your go, Tim.
Let's take EPR happenings for 100.
This city would have a bus that would take them from EPR back to their hometown on race day. So, what city was this in the early 90s?
What is Moncton?
You are correct.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just give me a second here. And Peter, it's your go.
Big races for 400.
This Brian Moore horse won the third leg of the 1990 Labatt Blue Crown Series. Sorry, I can't talk. After over half the field went down in an accident.
Is that Pumping John?
That is incorrect. Tim?
I'm guessing it wasn't a Brian Moore trained horse. I'm guessing maybe it was a catch drive. I'm not sure. As Peter said, Brian had a few good horses that were decent, but you had to have pretty invitational class horses to race Labatt's Blue Crown Series. 1990.
The biggest thing is the accident. I think only 3 horses actually made it to the end. I'm pretty sure most of the field went down. I don't know where they went down at.
1990. No, I haven't got a guess.
That's a toughie.
Trevor's Charm.
Oh, you know something?
Oh,
I
wow.
watched that race about 2 months ago on the internet. Yeah, it was actually the Labatt Blue Crown Series. Then Tim was a 3 and 4 year old open or something.
Okay, that was Mike Clinton's horse.
Yeah. Well, Brian owned him too. I think you did.
Mike and Brian. Yeah.
Yeah. He got a Terry's Charm. Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. So, Tim, it's your go. If I miss up where I'm going here, if it's not your go, just tell me.
We're kind of floundering here, Tim. Come on.
Drivers for 300.
Jody Hennessy finished first in money and in wins in 1993. These 2 drivers finished second and third.
Jody Hennessy, money and wins in 93. 93. I'll take Steve Mahar for 1. And I'll take Barrio.
I'm going to give it to you because you picked both of them. It's really not in that order, but yes, I will give it to you because it is both of them. Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Well, I figured, I don't know, is that fair? Does everyone think that's fair? I don't know. Okay.
You get 2 names.
I didn't know they had to be in order. I'm sorry.
No,
Hey, you gave them in alphabetical order. That's what it really is. Isn't it really?
It's your go, Peter.
Yeah. Big races for 500. Got to go swinging here.
This horse won Provincial Cup. That's 18. Yeah, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's 500, man. It's a hard one.
Yeah.
How many provincial cups was there?
At least one. There was at least 18 and 1.
Pat Eastwood actually sent me a link of that, of how many. I think it stopped at 99.
Okay. I'll say Truman.
Incorrect. Tim, your go.
I'll take a stab and say Sandy Hanover.
Fun bunch.
Fun bunch.
Danny Romo.
This is your guys' like time frame. What's going on here?
Well,
I'm just teasing you.
It's a Sunday.
Okay, Tim, it's your go.
EPR happenings 200.
What would be a sign of things to come? An entire card was canceled January 29th, 1991 due to this.
Strike?
Yeah, that's what I was
No.
thinking. Oh, okay. Weather,
No. Lack of entries.
lack of entries. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And that starts, that gets really, it starts happening a lot when I'm reading. Okay. It was, did you go Tim or was that Peter? See, I'm already forgetting.
It's Peter's go now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try, big races for 300. See if I can.
Danny O'Brien drove this horse to win in the 1990 Rufum Burial Memorial.
Jeez.
Danny O'Brien.
Yeah. I know it wasn't Rambo Derby. Danny. Okay. Is it Gemini Gazelle?
No.
Oh.
Tim?
Well, probably sure it's Groovy. I don't know who it is. Take a guess, Tim.
Oh, geez, you might have something with that Charlotte's Groovy there, Peter.
Well, I'm just thinking that it's a Donnie Galbraith.
Yeah, I'm thinking too, because you used to drive a lot for Galbraith.
Is that your answer?
I'm going to take Charlotte's Groovy.
Bay River.
Oh,
Tiger.
Casey. Bay River Tiger.
Elmo Casey.
Yeah. Burton Corner and Elmo Casey. A Cocan.
Yeah.
All right. So let's jump into the next question. So, Tim, you're up.
Drivers 400.
This famous female driver made a visit to EPR in May of 1993.
Could be B. Farber. Could be Colleen Clancy.
Made a visit. So it wasn't regular.
Let's go. I'll take B. Farber.
Incorrect. Peter?
Ay.
Oh, I know who it is now. I think.
Well, I'll say Claire McDonald, but I know who it is. Oh, it is.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think she made visits before 93 too, but
Yeah, that's what I've seen it. It was like a little headline, like, oh, that's a good question. I actually got down like 60, 75 questions. I have a bunch of them. So that I just went through and put them all down.
well, I'll take it.
What's that?
I said I'll take it anyway.
Exactly.
It's my turn, isn't it? Or is it?
Yeah, it's your turn.
It's your turn, Pete.
Okay. Big races 100.
This horse won Provincial Cup 16, driven by Phil Pinckney.
No worries.
And let me just go take a look at my answers.
think so.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Good job, Peter.
That
Muddy
is
crap.
correct. All right. So before we get going any further, I like to break it up a little bit. So Peter, we talked to you about how when you were involved in EPR and stuff. Tim, the last time we did the first podcast together, I never did that. So kind of just give us your background a little bit of what you did at EPR and stuff, and how when you were there, from what time frame and stuff.
I started going, I guess, in my later high school years, probably grade 11, grade 12, which would have been back around. I'd like to going a lot. But I was around there probably in the early 80s, I guess, when Marcel was there. I used to go down with Bob Taylor, who lived right across the street from me. Bob Taylor and the girls, Joan Taylor, hung around Marcel's barn and stuff, and I just got hooked and kept going around. And
Timmy, that was after you had given up the illustrious busboying career at the showroom, wasn't it?
yes, after I dropped 2 trays of glasses there one night.
I gave Timmy one of his first jobs.
But then look see how things come full circle though.
Full circle. Here we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
What years did you drive from, Tim? Like you drove for a while? Because you sent me a picture one day of me in the winner's circle with you, didn't you? Was that you that sent me that picture? I'm in the winner's. I don't know what the hell I'm doing in the winner's circle with you.
Actually, I don't think it was me that was driving. I sent you a picture. I thought it was Clarky Smith that was driving, and the horse was going time. Owned by Wayne Clark and trained by John Davies.
Why am I in the winner's circle? I don't know any of them people. It's very odd.
I think you were just maybe standing at the fence and decided to hop in.
Yeah.
I got my license.
You drove for me.
In 1993, I started driving.
What's that, Peter?
You drove to be John Boy for me a couple times, I know, didn't you? For sure. I know.
Oh,
you
yeah,
did.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I got my license in 93. I started driving in, I think it was the winter of 93.
Yeah, we got to get them silks out of retirement.
I couldn't even tell you where anything is now, Pete. Silks, helmet, trunks, bikes, joggers.
Colors. You get a 3D printer and make some new colors. That's all.
Yeah.
So what did you go to around? I'm trying to think because I've researched so much. What, around 2000 or so, Tim? A little later than that, you kept racing.
No, I stopped driving about 3 months before my daughter was born. So that would have been, I think, my last race would have been Old Home Week of 2007.
Okay. Oh yeah, so you're still around for a bit.
Long, eh? Wow.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
So who is up next? As I lost track again.
I think Timmy is. I did big races, didn't I?
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah.
All right,
So-
let's go horses for 100.
Okay, give me a second. My computer's acting up here. This thing was decided to get down here. My computer has a mind of its own, so just give me 1 second here. It's trying to like give me. I don't care about this.
To the left, to the left.
Horses for 100. God damn it! Hold on a second. Yeah, sorry for swearing. I don't care. Just give me a second here.
You can edit that out.
Oh yeah, it's all right. Okay, this horse dominated this horse dominated in 1991, winning the Brunswick Series, the Black Blue Crown Series, and the Burial McIsaac.
The Brunswicker Series, Labatt's Blue Crown, and the Burial McIsaac.
And I want to think maybe Provincial Cup. I'm not totally sure, but I was all like separate questions, but the horse kept winning, so I just put it all in one.
I'm just going to guess Big D.
Incorrect. No. Peter?
Burial McIsaac in 91. Was that the big one? I'm going to say Alfred.
Christopher C. Down.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the horse won a lot. Okay. And now it is Peter's turn.
Okay. EPR happenings for 400.
A dispute between EPR and New Brunswick Racing Commission caused this to happen in 1993.
Well, I could just go so many ways in this.
There's so many things.
There's so many. Let's see. I would say it caused the formation. Wait a second now. It caused the formation of the Maritime Harness Racing Commission.
No. No, that's not correct. Tim?
Between EPR and the New Brunswick Racing Commission caused this to happen in 1993. I'll say some kind of a strike. A strike.
Yeah, it was a shutdown. So we'll give you that. Basically, EPR shut down to do it. It was at the end of 92. I went in for a while. I read all about it. It went on for a while. So
whenever the commissions get involved, it really seems to really help the sport. They're really shut the sport.
They shut down, reopened. It was a mess. Tim, it's your go.
Drivers from the past, 100.
This late driver drove Wildwood Frisco to a win in the last race of the 1989 season.
Brian Moore.
That is correct. All right. As you guys see, there's one more category, by the way. That's because I had like so many questions. I could actually do the whole board. All right. So, Peter, it's your turn.
Driver from the past, 300.
This longtime driver drove Aubrey down to a win on August 4th, 1990, in the last race of the day to win his 5th race of that day.
First off, that should be
Aubrey,
and I think that's John Davidson.
1 second here. Just kidding. That is not correct. No. And my bad. I spelled it wrong. I'm sorry. I can't go to you and tell you what they are because then you're going to know the answers.
No. It's not John Davidson driving.
It's not. No.
Longtime driver drove. It is Aublin Dawn, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
To win on August 4th, the last race of the day, to win his 5th race of the day, Aublin Dawn. Geez, I agree with Peter on this one. I realize it's not right, but the only person I can remember driving Aublin Dawn was John Davidson, but so I'll have to guess something else. August 4th, 1990, to win 5 on the day.
Did Aubrey drive back then? I never heard the question.
No, he bred her.
And like I said, this goes
I'll
in the
say
paper.
Steve.
It could be. Go ahead,
I'll say Steve Mahar.
Ross McDonald.
Ross McDonald.
Yeah,
So maybe-
well, he was John's catch driver when John didn't drive.
That's right. How did I miss that? Sorry, Ross.
Oh, that's
God.
totally fine. All
Go
right,
to you,
so-
Tim.
Drivers from the past for 200.
Tarport Tassel was driven by this veteran EPR driver in April of 1990.
Who is Bill Nicholson Sr.?
Correct. All right. So, Peter, it's your turn.
Drivers from the past 400.
This driver, God, drove. We're talking about it's Sunday. Yeah, you're right. This driver has been to a win in the Creative World Travel Pace in July of 1991.
Has been. Oh, was that one of Huey Baird's horses? I can't remember. I'll say Huey Baird.
Nope, that's incorrect. Tim,
I'll take a guess and say Sean Shannon.
Dougie Falcons.
No fault. It wasn't. Was
Falcons.
has been one of Huey Baird's?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, he always had those lovely names.
Okay, so Peter's up next.
No, Tim.
Tim.
I think,
There you
isn't
go.
it?
Drivers from the past for 500.
This legendary EPR driver passed away on May 29th, 1996.
I'm not sure, but I'm just going to guess. I'm going to say Willard Carr. Ooh,
Yeah.
good guess.
Yes.
Yes. Wow, I got to do some catching up here.
All right. So let's go to the next one. And it's Peter.
Horses for 500.
Give me a second. Move that over. This Joey Smallwood horse had 3 records on the 1990 exhibition week for fastest time by a 3-year-old, fastest time by a mare at 158, and fastest mile at the track that season. Up to that point when it was, I'm talking about.
JK Beauty.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct. 1,200 and 1,700. We're getting close. Tim, your go.
Horses for 400.
This Joe Barrio-driven horse won 6 in a row in early 1996.
Driven horse, 6 in a row. Jesus, it's kind of a vague clue. Early 96. I don't know.
Okay, Peter?
I'm torn between Bunzematic and Investment Grade. I'm going to say Investment Grade.
No, they were much earlier.
Were they earlier than that? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
They were back in probably around 88,
Oh, no. It was when Fairhoff and them was.
89. Yeah, fair off on Broadway, and then we're.
Thank God I'm not losing points for these. Okay.
Peter?
It's my pick, is it?
Yep.
EPR Happenings 500.
This well-known CDP race announcer announced races at EPR in April of 1994. It was a one-day thing, I think.
Oh, Boomer Glenn.
Nope. Tim?
Vance Cameron.
Nope. Ed Waters.
Waters. There's only been 3 of them, I think.
Well, I thought it might have been. Remember the time Vance came over? They had a benefit for him here down at the pool hall on Rossley Avenue.
I don't remember that.
Remember, he was going through something with his throat. Maybe had a little bit of throat cancer.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
didn't know that. Okay, it's up to Tim.
Me?
I think it is, Tim. Yeah.
Drivers 500.
The CPR driver won 6 races on August 15th, 1990, finished the night off driving Capital Ventura to a win.
Capital Venture, the old grinder. I had that horse for a
Capital
while.
Venture.
For
Big
Steve
grinder,
Hooper.
big white stripe down his face.
Yeah, he was a nice horse. John Davidson used to drive him for me.
Shit, I thought that was your answer. That's why I clicked it. Well, I just
John Davidson.
you
I
heard
was
John
gonna say, he
Davidson.
probably drove him for me. I was probably trained.
Oh
him at
yeah,
the time.
yeah.
Huh?
All right, well,
That was a night he won with Pippin Ashford. I remember the night he won 6 races.
Yeah, Pippin. Did you see her
I
go?
think he almost won like 8 that night.
Did you see her go, Bessie?
This year, 2,200 to 1,200. Wow, I need to do something.
well, yeah. Well, you got to bet a lot in Final Jeopardy. Bet a lot in Final Jeopardy.
Yeah,
There's
well, I need
There's two.
EPR happenings for 300.
All right, you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
On September 30th, 1992, only 2 races happened before the rest of the card was canceled due to this.
Something I found in the web.
I'll
According to
say
Google.com,
track
on
condition.
April 30th, 1992,
Nope.
the bank
Oh my God, Alexa's saying it in the background. That's funny. It's your go, Tim.
I'll say a power outage.
Fire. There was a fire in one of the rooms. One of the I don't know what it was, but that was a fire.
Yeah, all the cash burned up and it went missing.
Yeah. Oh, that's where it went.
Yeah, no, it was in a snowbank.
And last one goes to Tim gets a shot. Horses for 200. Stephen Trites. Move it over. Stephen Trites drove this horse to victory in the 1991 A&A Pace. It was named differently, but you all get the hint.
It was what?
It was
Oh.
named. It was like the A&A Pace, and it had something else attached to it, but
Yeah.
it was the exhibition pace. So we know what it is.
Stephen Trite. I'm trying to think. I think he drove a horse called Adjuster, who was a pretty good horse. I'll say Adjuster.
You're correct.
Good one, Tim.
Nice.
All right. So
Wow.
going into final we got Steve. Tim at 2,400, Peter at 1,200. So better bet it all, Peter.
You think?
Because and again, don't forget this says you're not getting your money, so it's not like I'm going to
Pushing
actually
it all in. It's
pay you
all in.
guys. So what we're gonna do here is Final Jeopardy. I'm gonna bring it up. I'll give you guys a little bit. So just tell them. Yeah, you see the category first, and then you bet. I don't even watch Jeopardy. That's how much I pay attention here. 1 second here. Share screen. 1 second here. Shit. There we go. All right, Final Jeopardy. The category is rare things. Rare things is the category. So what do you guys want to bet?
Oh, I'm all in.
Okay, 1,200 for Peter. What about
Peter's
you,
pushing.
Tim?
I'm pushing.
Yeah, I'll match Peter's bet. I'll go 1,200 too.
All right. So this is a fun one. Here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, hold on a second. What am I doing here? On New Year's Day 1990, a rare thing happened at EPR showing a 10-race card that had not happened before. That last part's not completely true because I don't know anything about everything else before, but it probably didn't happen before. And I'll let Peter go first because he's losing.
Wow. Thanks, nephew.
No problem.
I'm going to say a triple dead heat.
That's not correct. But that's a good one, but it's not correct.
I'm
Tim?
closing the screen now.
Anything happened EPR during a 10-race card that had not happened before? I'll say a dead heat with siblings.
Oh, wow.
Each race was won by a different driver.
Each race
Yeah.
won by a different driver. That
Yeah.
is kind of unusual.
Yeah, and I seen it. Was one when I was researching. It's one of the first things I seen. I was like, "Wow, that's a really good Final Jeopardy."
There wouldn't be 10 drivers at EPR now. There would be
No.
5. I think now they
Exactly.
just pulled them out of the grandstand.
Yeah.
I remember Joe came down like what was it? Not last summer, the summer before. I think he won like 7. I think they had like 8 races. He won like 7 of them or something like that. So,
I think Todd Kreitz won 5 out of 6 there last year. Or
Yeah.
yeah. So
what are the drivers? Tim, that's why you got to get them silks back up, Tim.
Yeah, right.
You'd probably, I'm sure you would pick up a few catch tries.
but that was a cool.
You
That
know
was
what?
a
I
cool
never got a
yeah.
chance. One horse I always wanted to drive, and I never ever got a chance was Magical Alex.
Oh yeah.
We got our picture taken a
Magical
lot with
Alex.
him, and we kind of helped around the barn. But yeah, he was
What
a
great
what a nice little horse.
Great for the family. They love that horse, and just I groomed him for like 4 or 5 years. He was just the sweetest, and I had some really nice docile, because I like a nice docile horse. Who doesn't, right?
Yeah,
But he was just and a real public's horse. The public loved him. He was exciting to watch, and he wasn't just a one-way horse. I can remember when Bobby went away, down to Dover one time, and down to see Janet and Eddie, and I was taking care of the stock, and Sam drove him, and he was sitting dead last at the 5/8 in a 7-horse field, and he was on top coming around the last turn. He swooped the field from behind. So he wasn't just a one-way horse, but he was a good horse.
he was. Yeah,
He
he was a
long
great
career,
horse.
great horse. And I hope he's enjoying his retirement.
Yeah, well, I see Kate post pictures of him every now and then of her out riding in the ring and stuff like
that's
that,
great.
going out to see him. So yeah, he's really got a place in her heart. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And the whole family. Really.
McNeils are good people. They love that horse. They love all their horses, but Magical Alex. Timmy, we went to we made a trip to Woodstock.
The Streak. We had him in the Streak.
Yeah,
A couple of them. Yeah.
And I think Camco Wynette.
I think we ended up winning 3 out of 4.
Yeah, won 3 out of 4. Do You Believe in Me was the other one, and then we ran out of gas and then coming home. Do you remember me running across and you hollering, "Run, Forrest, run"?
We wouldn't have had any beer up there.
No, I don't think there's any beer. Oh my God, that's awful. Joanne Davies she was our chaperone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. I liked racing in Woodstock. Cramped quarters, but a fun place.
Woodstock was always fun.
Yeah.
Was that is Woodstock the one? I think I had Kyle Mason on before. He mentioned, was it Woodstock he was talking about? That was really cool to drive in.
Yeah, stop. You can see the fair in the background and everything. It's a great place to race. You wouldn't want to spend. I mean, I'm sure it's great training facilities. They've got nice whatever, but the logistics of running a large meet wouldn't work really there, because there's the small barns and how people get around and everything. It can be jammed up sometimes, but it's a great spot for a fair track. It's a great spot.
Yeah, you used to race, and geez, you couldn't even get your soaps and helmet off, and they'd have your check all ready for you before you got in the truck to come home.
I know. That was good.
Oh, you won 3 tonight? Oh, here's a check for like $3,500.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We raced the first time we had claimed Baker Harry. The first start we had for him was up there in the the McCain Pace. We're going for 15,000 that night, and I remember warming him up. I didn't bring a dog with me. I warmed him up in the Cheetah bike, and he was just a complete runaway. The place was so new to him. Half the lighting was missing, or
oh
the
my
light
God, yeah.
there, and he was just going, and a very small, narrow track, and he had just come from Woodbine, and it was just like, where the heck am I?
I know, right? I remember.
Raced that night. You got caught in really bad. Finished second to Chatham Light, but yeah, good.
Nice. I remember one start in particular up there. I was driving Rapid Cane. Sam was driving a little horse called Salisbrook Dandy, and there was 3 or 4 of us neck and neck getting down the stretch. And you know what? To this day, I still think Sam beat me. But we get around the turn. Sam looked over. He says, "Do you think you got me?" And I said, "I'm not sure." And I put the brakes on and I wheeled around because they didn't have the good equipment there. So whoever was the first one back to the winner's circle was usually
that was Steve Mahar's favorite thing. That was Steve Mahar knew that better than anybody. You got to wheel right around. Just get past the wire and wheel right around if you think it's close, because whoever gets there first,
gets the blanket. Yeah.
And then they run out with the little things to put the pays up on the floor. Yeah, that's a good time. Woodstock was a good time. I highly recommend that if they get up and going again, for anybody to get up there and race there.
Yeah, it was always a good time.
Yeah,
awesome.
It was nice seeing you, Tim.
You too, Peter.
Maybe we'll get a rematch, and you kind of destroyed me this time, and I'm actually hereby declaring I'd like a rematch. If I can get it, if I can get in there,
it's a challenge.
Well, I'll move some 70s stuff in there for you too, because I did put the 80s and 90s in because I thought, well, the first time Tim played, he kind of it wasn't fair to him because he was getting stuff from 65 and it wasn't even
Oh,
live
I
yet,
was getting
so.
all the stuff from the 60s, and I wasn't even born.
Yeah, so I figured I'd play this,
Okay,
but
bragger.
no, we'll definitely do it again. Thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate it.
Okay, Scott. Thank you.
And
Yeah, always a
yeah,
good
well-
time. Thanks for doing this. It's
Okay.
it's always a good time.
Oh, it's fun. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on. And I will talk to all you guys later.
Good luck with your Chiefs tonight, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. See you later.
All right.
And that was another episode of EPR Podcast Jeopardy. So yeah, I hope everybody had a good time, and we will definitely do it again. And I did want to mention, as Peter mentioned at the first, our condolences to Aubrey Wood for the passing of his daughter Bev. I didn't know her well, but I know she babysat me because we talked on Facebook a few months ago when we were talking about Aubrey's podcast. And I was gonna send her a flash drive with both of them on them. So unfortunately, I never got to do that. So I do send my condolences out to Aubrey and his family in this situation. And that's really all, guys. So thank you for watching and have yourself a great day.
Just watch it, live it at Exhibition Park. Come on and live it at Exhibition Park. The real life fun of harness racing.